Hello everyone and welcome back to a new episode of our Cities Skylines Let's Play. Having a look at our new cargo terminal or cargo harbour that we built up. It's got a bit of traffic, some ships and stuff in the background, which is quite cool. So that is awesome. So everything's going well. So last time around we sort of set up this, as you can see, started building into our new residential area, which is really good. So also running into a few worker problems. So unemployment is really low, senior percentage is a little high. Deaths were exceeding births, but that's fixed now because it looks like we're starting to get some new blood into the city, which is awesome. So definitely something you run into quite often is sort of if you don't keep building or expanding at a regular rate, your population, I think the balance, I'm not really sure if the balance in terms of, you know, people being replaced in the right way or the right times is necessarily right. There seems to be a little bit of a, if you don't expand, you're actually sort of going to lose a lot of your workforce and you're going to run into some problems in that way. So potentially that could be something that the devs look at in terms of like for long-term games. But I mean, for now, it's working pretty well, so I'm pretty happy with how it's all gone. So senior percentage is definitely dropping, population increasing, which is awesome. So exactly what we want. So births and deaths are very high, a lot higher than what they were even, you know, last episode. So yeah, so we're good. So actually, what, bit over 1,000 people unemployed. So definitely need to keep expanding our residential, I think. So actually need to keep doing that now and just sort of build around like this and like this around to there, and then hook in there like that. May even set the next one up while we're here. May as well, like that, and there, and then into there. Cool. Alright, well that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to zone all of this in through here. Not that there. Although we did zone in there, didn't we? Now we put the pedestrian on the other side, so we can zone in all this side bit there. So I'm going to zone in all of this right through here. Like that. Cool. Alright, that works. Grab some water just to sort of fill in this gap. So we go to there, and then there. Then there, yep, that's good, there, and finally there. So that should be fine for now, so there we go. So what are we going to put in here? We're going to definitely put in a police station and fire station on this level up here. So I think we're going to put it here. So I think we're going to go, that one's there, fire station, then a police headquarters, right there. We're also going to put down an elementary school in this area. That's going to be over here a little bit. We'll put down sort of there, so there we go. And they'll fill in. Yep, that's all good. So that's sorted. Cheers. Nice. Population increasing quite well, around about the 100 mark. It's fluctuating a bit, but that's good. Yeah. So unemployment's still increasing, so it's up to 1,300 now. So we definitely need more people in the city, but that should happen relatively quickly. So that is good. Cargo terminal is getting a fairly big workout, which is good. So I mean, it's good. A lot of traffic and stuff is coming through here. It gets it off the roads and gets it off our other rail lines. This area is actually flowing a lot better than what it used to. It's still very busy, but there's no sort of gridlock and stuff. It still happens now and again, but I think in general it's flowing a lot better. Hopefully, a lot more trucks and stuff off the road, and hopefully they are. Yeah, hopefully they're, you know, coming and using the cargo, which is really good, the cargo area. So we've got both of these these terminals over here. This one's 36, that one's 60. All of our incinerators are working with those, that's fine, not a problem. Commercial demand is starting to come back up again, which is fine. We may sort of deal with that in a minute. May start putting down some more commercial, given that we're actually lacking jobs. That's slowly increasing or decreasing the gap. Senior percentage is also coming down, 24%. And yeah, unemployment is back to around about the 1,000 mark, so that's fine. It's getting better at least, which is good. So cool. Lots of industrial, lots of high density residential, which is filling in, which is good. So lots of capacity for people to come in. What are we going to jump into next, guys? I think we may jump into putting down some more commercial, just a little bit, just to sort of deal with this demand that we've got. Don't want to sort of let it get too high. Also don't really want to sort of build in too much. I think we should put down a little bit like that. Get rid of that in there like that. Sort of start laying this stuff down. But you know, that's probably the it for that level, and then we're going to put some more through here, and then this big row through here as well. So that should be fine. I actually tend to put down some offices as well, given that offices don't create aren't going to sort of expand this area or this. They don't really. I mean, it's interesting because it's actually showing like demand and stuff is coming up, but in terms of actual workers, it's not. So only 730 unemployment now, which is good. So it's definitely decreasing, which is awesome. So a lot of this is filling in really nicely. Population coming up quite quickly as well, which is good. What we're going to say. Cool. It's all going pretty well, I think. Does get a lot of use, doesn't it, this cargo terminal? Which is good. That's what we want. We want it to be used. Well, it's just sitting there doing nothing. I think I have to come up with a garbage solution as well. All our garbage is over here. Dead person not picked up at the thingamajig there, but that shouldn't be too far away. Actually, there's a few coming through here as well. Dead person not picked up. Alright, so obviously we've got a death care issue. Crematoriums are getting filled up very, very quickly, so we're going to need some more of those. Not a problem. So I think we're going to sort of put them down here. I think sort of on these top row is good because then they've got quick access to offices and that kind of thing as well. So I think what I'm going to do is put one down just there. Put another one down through here. Just there like that. So that should be quite a bit more death care or crematorium availability, which means they should get the hearses and stuff out to these places. Definitely keep an eye on that though, so that's something to consider, something to be aware of. Quite busy through here, isn't it? Definitely getting quite busy. Definitely busy through there. Wow, that is crazy. Did build a pedestrian thing, didn't we? Yeah, we did. I'd hate to think what this city would look like without the pedestrian lines that we built. I mean, they get a massive amount of use. When you look over the length of the whole thing, how much that actually sort of gets used. It's a bit crazy. So if that wasn't there, or if they weren't there, you know, all of them, you know, there would be a huge amount of traffic in the streets. Yeah. Everything else seems to be going okay. How's our workers going? So all the worker problems seem to be pretty much fixed. So I'll jump in here. It's only 400 difference, which is not too bad. Cool. Not really ready to put down any more industrial stuff yet. We still do have jobs available, so I don't sort of... 70% is definitely down, 21%, which is really, really good, so that is pleasing to see. Just going to put down a new pedestrian path as well while we're here. So pedestrian path, this is the free tool, and just going to run this around like this. There, there. Oh, we have to get rid of these, but that's fine. Oh, there we go, that's good. All done. That's cool. I had to get rid of a few houses, but that's not a problem. Not really sure how much they get used. We didn't actually fix up this one, did we? No, we never fixed that one up. Oops. Alrighty, well, that's cool. What can we do there? That's probably why they're not being used, because they are... We're going to just build onto there. Get rid of those, but that's fine. I'm actually tempted to try and bring this up if we can. Can we? Page up. Can we hook into there? Oh, yeah, that's cool, that works. Maybe that will help them be used a little more. Try tempted to bring that one up as well, if we can. Give it a whirl, see how we go. So what we're going to do is bring that along to there. Then we're going to come up, see if we can go to there and then over. Can we hook in anywhere? There. Is that going to hook in properly? Yeah, that works. I'm also going to bring this one up, so I'm actually going to drop down. Yep. Good, just there, and then come up. Hook into there like that. Cool. Alright, well that works. So that may see them get used a little more than what they were. I'd like to experiment with bike paths as well and see how they go. Alright, how are we going with people front? Still 300 ways, so we may put down some more residential. Get that demand where it should be, so... It's a bit wonky, but that's fine. We can live with that. To there, and then around into there. There we go. It's a little bit feral, that one, isn't it? Oh, I think it'll be fine once it's all built in. You don't really notice the roads and stuff once it is built up. So, you know, zone all this, or zone all this through there like that. Check the water. The water should be fine for all that area, though we may just bring this around like this. Just to future proof so we don't have to do it later. And into there, and then down to there like that. There we go. So that should be fine. So how are we going in water? Fair bit of water, although we are going to need some more water pumps. So we're going to do that now. Grab another water pump. I think we'll put it down over here. Just there. Hook it up into there. And that should be a fair bit more capacity. There we go, that's heaps. Power's still fine, should be fine for quite a long time, which is good. But damn, actually, it ended up working out quite well, didn't it? It took a while. It's up to 208 megawatts, mostly. So, which is good. This cargo terminal certainly gets a big workout. Exactly what I wanted, though. It's very, very good. Definitely sort of taken some demand and some traffic off this area. It is very, very busy still, which is to be expected. But no major problems, I don't think. I can see at the moment anyway. Only a couple hundred away in terms of our people employed and jobs available. Senior percentage down to 20, so that's good. So we pretty much fixed the problem that we had, which is awesome. Which is nice, that's all building in relatively quickly. May actually, now that we're sort of basically caught up, unemployment's starting to come up a little bit as well, just start putting down some more commercial zoning as well. So I think we're actually going to zone this area through as commercial, just through to there. You may as well just zone the back of it there as well. There's no real point in not doing it. I think we're actually going to zone through this level through here as well. I don't want to put down too many offices. Well, it isn't a way to deal with industrial demand, so maybe we should actually put down some more. How's our water coverage? It's fine through that, it's not going to be a problem. Maybe we should put some down to actually just sort of deal with some... I know it creates quite a bit of traffic, so that's sort of another concern, but we may actually sort of build this in like here, just to there. That should deal with some of that industrial demand as well. Cool, so it's all looking pretty good, I think. Pretty happy with how it looks. I think it looks pretty cool, looks pretty good. I think it looks like a big city. Big built up city. Population's up to 38.5, which is nice to see. I think our next one's 42, yeah, so not too far away from that actually, which would be cool, so that is pretty good, pretty happy with that. Industrial's working well, lots of industrial area to expand out to, which is nice as well, so that'd be good. Industrial's going okay over there. Definitely it made a big difference having these two cargo terminals, so that's been really good. Also, I think this has helped out as well. Bring a lot more, you know, options for people into there. Alrighty. Senior percentage only down to 18. Births and deaths have quite a big gap between them. Children and teens are definitely sort of percentages increased. Employed and unemployed, or employed and jobs available are pretty much caught up, only a few hundred difference. Unemployment's up a little bit as well, so that's good. So I think it's a lot more healthier, just to make sure that we don't let it sort of get dropped out down like that again. It's very busy through this road in here. I suppose this is the only way they can get into this area now as well, which is some problems we've had before. This is why we added in these extra sort of central roads running in there. So it'd be good when we can get our next one, because actually sort of run this road around here and actually hook up into there. And I think that'll help a lot with the stuff coming in here, traffic coming in there. Not really quite sure what we can do about the traffic though. I mean, I think it's just a flaw of the, you know, sort of flaw. Well, I suppose it is a flaw, but it's a byproduct of the type of city we've built. It's just, because it's in this shape, it's so tightly packed in one area. You know, there's only so many ways that people can get in and all that kind of stuff. So It will be quite interesting to actually start building in this way. I'm actually really almost tempted to actually build one now. Almost as like a temporary one, to build like a junction here and just run a road maybe through to here. Maybe actually build it in here and actually run one just sort of over here, and then as we expand across, we can actually sort of just you know, fix it up. But I think it'd probably take a lot of the stress off the cars coming in here, because they'll be actually coming this way as well. So I think like the traffic's quite bad, but I think that once we sort of have multiple entrances into the area, it's going to make it a little bit better. So actually, I think I'm going to do that now. I think I'm just going to jump into that, do that now. So I'm going to pause the video for a minute. Just going to jump in, use the old three-way term, which is three-way junction, which usually works pretty well for me. So what are we going to do? Can we hook up into there like that? Be about perfect. I think initially we may actually just run a road sort of into this side section over here. Although if we run it down there, I suppose people can use this road and then go where they want. It makes a little bit more sense to just run one straight through into there. We'll try that, I think. Alright, highways. Where are we? Cool. So, hook up into there, and then into there. Then to there, and then to there. Works. I'm actually going to run a highway down as well, like this. To there. And then to there, like that. From there, we are going to run one out to there. And then just hook our highways up into that. There we go. So hopefully that takes a little bit of the pressure off over this side. Anyone sort of coming through this way can come straight into there. Like these people seem to be doing now, which is good. The further we build it around as well, the more important this junction will become, I think. More people will be wanting to get into this area of the city, and they won't have to come through all this way to get there. So I think it's going to take a little while for this to sort of, you know, prove itself or make its, you know, difference. Because a lot of people, you know, you have to adjust their routes and all that kind of stuff coming from off map. So, but I think that should be good over the long term. Yep. Unemployment's 8%, which, you know, is good coming up, but it's still good. Seniors is 17, so that's good. Start putting down, I think we're going to build a new industrial area over here actually. May as well sort of expand out while we're here. So, we are going to build out here like this. So I think we're going to build out to there. To there. I think maybe sort of just do something like this. Build out like that. And to there like that. Get rid of these power lines for the moment. We don't need those anymore, do we? No, we don't. Do we need them at all? Not really. Well, we do, but we actually move them. So what we're going to do is get rid of this, and these, and this. So we're just going to do a really quick one to there, and then a quick one to there. Like that. There we go. It's better. The rest of it is hooked up, which is good. So, start zoning. Actually, put out our water first. So you can run a water line through there, and then I think we're just going to do this along this way. So just there, like that. Works. There we go. So, now we can start putting down. Actually, got to stain our district first. No, we've already done that. Good. Forethought. Good work. Alright. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Zone in this. I'm actually tempted to D-zone along this road. Just I'm thinking this. I don't really want sort of trucks having to come out or, you know, out of this area. And they're going to slow up traffic when they do that. Because they're going to sort of turn into these areas or come out. It's going to really slow up traffic, I think. I suppose it's not too bad at the moment, is it? We may leave it for just for a little while. See how we go. I may zone it in later. There we go. Zone all this back in. Cool. There we go. Should be a bunch more zones, or a bunch of industrial. They can get it built up pretty quickly. Deal with a lot of that demand, and unemployment will probably start coming down a little bit as well. 400 difference between employed and of jobs available, which is okay. Senior percentage is still fine, 17, which is awesome. I haven't got as many. Still getting a few little death icons, like not enough access. Put down some more, are we? Wow. How are we going? Death care. Still a lot of availability, but cemeteries are full. I think we're going to need a lot more crematoriums. How much capacity do they have? 105, whereas obviously cemeteries can hold 3,000. Interesting. There, fine. May need to run just a quick line from there to there. That should be fine. Water. Yeah, it's all good for water. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. That should hopefully take care of some of these demand or these dead people. Oh, there's quite a few, isn't there? Wow. Alright, well, that's interesting. Cool. Cool. This area is built in quite quickly, which is nice. A lot of that demand is gone. Commercials, it's only medium at the moment, which is fine, so I don't think we're really going to deal with that yet. So it's quite interesting. It's almost a lag. So there's actually only there's a 700 difference now between people employed and jobs available. Unemployment's still only 8%. So quite interesting to actually know how these numbers work behind the scenes. Interesting. It's going okay over here. All our new power things over there. Still very busy through here, obviously, as to be expected. It's been quite good, I think. Looks like all those dead people have been picked up, which is awesome. Look at our death care. Yeah, so cemetery use only 43% and lots of crematorium availability as well, so that's quite good. How are we going actually? Where are we? 72% healthcare, which is okay. Need some more elementary and high schools. So if we need, got one there. Maybe put another one down in this area. Also maybe another high school over in this side section. Just to deal with some of that stuff. So we may put a elementary school. Oh, I can't fit it in one almost. Not quite. Oh, that's fine. Put it on there. And put a high school. Probably, where's the elementary school? Probably right next to the elementary school. This makes sense, doesn't it? So they can go from one to the next. Go from elementary straight to high school. Don't have to change. It's nice and easy. It's very busy through there. Wow. Is this road getting much use? Yeah, fair. Not a whole lot, but I suppose a reasonable amount, really. Considering like it's all the way around here, so to be expected. Garbage, definitely have to set up a new garbage area, probably over in this corner over here somewhere, I suspect. Maybe what we do a little bit later on. Population's almost at the 42,000 milestone. We should get there in this episode, which would be fantastic. Unemployment's still 8%, still the same sort of gap. Seniors only 17%. Births and deaths is 100 difference, which is awesome. Means our population is increasing quite well. Around about 140 a week, which is good. This industrial area looks like quite a lot better, actually. Getting a lot of, gridlock and stuff through here, but it looks like it's flowing a lot better. It's obviously very, very, very busy through here, but it's to be expected. This one's very busy through there too. I think we need multiple ways in here, actually. Actually tempted to do something like this. Do something like this. And then out to this. See if that helps some of the traffic on here, because all these ones should come out this way. It may sort of make this area a little bit chaos. Yeah, it's going to, isn't it? Because now there's like, is there lights there? No, there's no lights. No, that's okay. That's fine a bit better now. Maybe it took a little while to sort out. This makes this area very congested though, doesn't it? Cars coming in and across two ways and through and across. Oh god. Chaos, I tell you. Actually, that is working better though. It's not as built up. Looks a little bit feral, and I don't think it's probably a long-term solution, but I think for the moment that's probably working a little bit better. Takes the pressure off this central road through here. Yeah, that's cool. 41,700, almost there. How are we going for 25 minutes in the episode? Not too long to go, which is good. Good, good, good. So I'm not sure what episode number we're up to now. Must be almost like 2020, 21, 22. Maybe around the 2021 actually. Maybe 21 actually rings a bell. Seems to make sense to me. Do we actually want to run a line? Probably not. It's not really worth it, is it? Run a line through over this way. Passenger terminal still not getting a whole lot of use. Metro usage definitely jumped though, which is good. 2400. I think it was down at 2100 or something, wasn't it? Maybe I'm imagining that. I suppose we could probably expand our metro usage if we wanted to, couldn't we? Colossal City, 42,000. New area, nuclear power plant, and a cargo hub. Awesome. Don't think we really need the nuclear power plant. May use the cargo hub, that could be quite cool. And the area we're definitely going to use is cool. So we're only one away from the Metropolis, which is the last one. No, it's not the second one, last one. 75,000, which is a megalopolis. And a Metropolis, so 60 and 75. We get monuments, international airport. What about the next one? We get planes and airport. Oh, cool. Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, everything seems to be going well. Industrial demand's definitely coming up. How are we looking for jobs? Unemployment 8%. There's only 300 difference between employed and jobs available though, so it's really quite good. I guess it's going quite well. I think some of these demands, the longer I play this game, I think some of these demands are, the demands bar can be a little bit misleading sometimes. So actually, like, we actually have a gap. Like, unemployment's obviously 8%, but there's actually a gap between employed and jobs available. Unemployment isn't that high. Well, if you sort of look at these demands, you think you have to go and put down like a lot of industrial and commercial to, you know, sort of satiate that demand, but you don't, you know, you actually sort of don't really. Although maybe that's just my interpretation of it. Maybe it's sort of just how you sort of, you know, choose to interpret it and all that kind of stuff that is what matters. You can put down some more commercial there. Sort of suit some of that demand. I don't think we're going to use any more officers. I suppose we probably will if we come around this way. I think for now we won't. Oh, busy through there, look at that. Although it's not really that gridlock yet, is it? It's these central ones that are really sort of causing us problems, aren't they? Because this like entrance area and coming through this central area is fine. It's just everyone's sort of coming in and out. I'm not really sure what the solution is at, because like that's just the way the city's up. Like everything's in here. It's so densely packed in this middle area. That of course, like, you know, so I think that's sort of the only way you can have the road system set up. I can't really think of a better way to do it. So, you know, if there's an alternate way that we could be doing it, or running some different roads, or don't really know if we can use our metro system a little bit better. I'm not really quite sure. Interesting. All right. I mean, it's going okay. It's obviously very busy, but for the moment, yeah, it's not gridlocked. I can't be bothered undertaking a big, massive restructure, which is probably what it's going to need to sort of fix. But it's getting very busy and it's very slow. I think we're just going to really jump into the public transport somehow. Maybe jump into buses a lot more, and maybe the metro as well. Not really quite sure how we can do it any better. Might have to have a little bit of a look and see how some other cities have done things. See if we can sort of take some tabs off them. Unemployment 9%. City's still increasing quite well. Interesting. Alright. Do we need some more industrial? I'm not really quite sure. Probably do. May run another road just out from... it's too far away from that one, isn't it? Yep. So we may do is sort of do something different. Just actually run one out through there like that. Run one out through there like that. And we can also run one through... probably from there. It makes sense, doesn't it? So there. And then we might just run a central one through there and then there. Then we can hook up into here later. Maybe we should actually just do that now. There we go. About there, we can't move that because we have to move. I suppose we can move those, can't we? It's not as if money's a problem at the moment, so we may just move that to there. Move this one to there. Then we can run our connection up into there. Waters should be pretty okay. And we'll just zone some more industrial through here to about there. Actually probably not there. Should we just zone all this area through here? So as we've discovered, definitely don't want to expand too fast, so that's fine. Oh! Stop. There we go. Sorry guys, I hope that didn't like burst your eardrums or something. Alright, so end of this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. I feel like we need a big project. We sort of need to give ourselves a big project to sort of, you know, keep going. So I mean, we could just sort of keep building around, but it doesn't really seem like an enormous challenge. Like I'm pretty going to be okay with. I mean, the traffic is probably our biggest problem. So maybe we should sort of take a. Maybe in the next couple of episodes, we may give ourselves a big challenge to sort of solve the traffic problem. You know, try some different ways, maybe some bike lanes, maybe more passenger pedestrian lanes. More use of public transport, the metro, the bus. I'm not really quite sure, guys, but I think we need to give ourselves a bit of a challenge. Just to sort of keep the interest in all that kind of stuff going. But anyway, for now, hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, I hope you're enjoying this series. And as always, it would be absolutely amazing if you could subscribe to the channel and like the video. I hope to see you all for the next episode. And yeah, I'll see you all soon.